Here we have a 2012 on a 12 registration Scania K360IB Irizar i6 53 seat PSVR compliant coach. So we are up in East Lancashire this morning, Clayton Limos of all places, at Express Travel Northwest, looking at a number of vehicles, the first one of which is a vehicle that has crossed our path before, but it was red then, I think. It might have been painted white. Anyway, this Scania Irizar was new to Red Wing down in London, and then via Rears ended up on the Isle of Lewis at Locks Motor Transport, back onto the mainland to Edinburgh to AAA, and then ended up here. So she's still in reasonably good condition, bearing in mind she's 13 years old this birthday. Alloy wheels are fitted, power operated luggage lockers. Let's point that out, that's a bit of a mess, to be honest, so that needs to be addressed. But we've still got loads of luggage because it's never had a toilet. So even though you've got the lift there, you've still got a good sort of half a locker and then all that space. So even having the lift fitted doesn't really eat into having to struggle with luggage. So further along we have a rear power operated continental door, little bit of a mark on the back corner. The quarters, or the glass quarters on the back corner there, are missing. Not expensive to replace if you really want to, but in fairness all they're doing is tidying it up rather than anything else, you know. So if you don't want to risk getting them broken again if somebody wallops the back corner, you don't need to do them. Under the bonnet, Euro 5 Scania engine that has been uprated to Euro 6 compliance. That's driven through Scania's Opticruise automated gearbox. We've got a reverse camera fitted. Again, looks a bit tidy because it's not got the red marks on, but the glass is missing there. It all depends how, you know, what you're using it for and what extent you want to go to be honest, with this, because let's be honest, 53 seats, no toilet, 13 years old, essentially it's a school's rail replacement, that type of vehicle. It's not going to be front line. We've got a side mounted wheelchair lift, LED destination displays to front, side and rear. I like the fact that they're not taking up passenger vision by being in the stretch panel. Always just makes the job a bit tidier. And then as we jump on board, we'll turn the budgie off. There we go. 53 reclining seats. They're fitted with 3-point seat belts, finished in this grey and red half leather trim, which for its age is still in decent condition. You wouldn't even think about retrimming these. Not 100% sure if an i6 has been done to 70 yet, but having the PSVR conversion and not having a toilet, I'm sure Jimmy will advise me if necessary. But in that condition, if it can be done, which will probably involve raising the floor, it'd make a good 70-seater this. As I said, seats are all in good order. In fact, I can't see any missing seat nets either. So, you know, it's a decent old lass this. I say old lass, she's not that old, is she? Aircon's fitted, Ispacol system, being an Irizar, always a brilliant system. You've got 2 doubles here on tracking, so you drop down to 49 with a wheelchair. We're wired for DVD, we've got 1 fixed monitor at the front. But honestly, bar from that ding in that locker panel, But she's tidy for her age, you know what I mean? And she's not killed with miles either, so she does tick a lot of boxes, this motor. Dash is all in good order. All the buttons to the right like you expect on an i6. That thing with the little green LED lights, that is your Euro 6 exhaust monitor. Okay, so that just evidences what I've told you, it is Euro 6 compliant. Mileage, not done 500,000 kilometres. So she's not killed with miles. To finish the job up, we've got a fridge in the dashboard. I forgot to mention there's a safe under the driver's seat. Courier seat. One last look. I think there's a lot of life and she'll do a good job for somebody, this motor. Gotta be honest. And as I said, she ticks the Euro 6 box. She ticks the PSVR compliant box. You don't really need much more, do you? So to recap, this is a 2012 on a 12 registration. Scania K360IB, Irizar i6, 53 seat, PSVR compliant, Euro 6 compliant coach.